Over to my right is Mr. Battle, who is our athletic director. We just wanted to come out tonight to give you an opportunity to meet our new coach and let him talk, but we're very excited that Mike Giannone is here as our coach, and I hope you guys are as well. So I'm going to turn it over to Mike Giannone.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. My hope is that every week, every Friday night, these stands are filled. Okay, and some of them are going to be here to watch the band, the cheer team, the dance team, just to hang out. And that's all right. But we want to make it an event each and every Friday night and mix a football game in that people will be proud of. So before I get started, I want to introduce the gentleman to my left. Everyone thought he was probably the head coach because of his gray hair, distinguished look like Pete Carroll. This is Bob Schroeder, and he will be right now, at this point, he is our football staff, him and I. It's going to be tough, but we'll do it. We'll be all right. It's an honor to be here. It's definitely something that I never expected, but it's been a long process. Now that we have it done, we got a lot of work to do. First, I want to address something that I'm sure everyone has been made aware of, but I want to make sure it's out there and you can digest it. It's totally on you, but if someone was coaching my son, I would want to know. So that's the way I'm going to go about this. I did not quit the job at De La Salle. I was fired. The reason I was fired was an alleged hazing incident. I'm going to try to go through this as briefly and quickly as possible so people can understand what we do. We are redundant and consistent in our behavior. And what happens each and every week, the kids will know, the parents will know, there are no secrets. You'll have a calendar, you'll have an events, you'll know what your kid's supposed to wear to team dinner, what he's supposed to wear to games, what he's supposed to have underneath his pads. You'll know everything. You may be privy to too much sometimes. You might say, what's all this? Everything's on the calendar. Well, as a parent, I have 3 adult daughters, 3 grandchildren. I want to know. I want to know when speed camp is going on. I want to know all this stuff. So this is the reason why I lead into this. We have a routine. And I'll tell you our routine. I don't know what our routine is going to be here. I don't know what it's going to be with the new restrictions, with all the masks. Not sure yet. So if I told you, it could change at any minute. But our routine is very similar to this. We play games on Friday, and on Monday we have practice at De La Salle. They get out at 2:45. We start practice. We're on the practice field at 3:15. We go on Mondays with shoulder pads, shorts, helmets. All our kids know what color to wear. We go until 5:30. 5:30, kids come in, a lot of them shower, they leave the facility, they will knuckle bump us before they leave, that makes sure that we all say goodbye, just in case, not that it's ever happened, not true, that I may get after a kid here and there. So I don't want them to leave and never come back. I want them to know it's not personal. So Tuesday we come back and we are full pads, ready to go, and the kids are on the field at 3:15 and we go through our practice. We end at 5:30 and we end with what we call Tuesdays, TWO, and we have our second team play against our second team. And we compete. We start with the ball at the 20-yard line. They get to move the ball 4 downs. They get a first down. They continue to move. They score a touchdown. They get a point. And we keep going on from there. It's something fun and competitive. People want to win. Then Wednesday we come back and we have another full practice at 5:30. Then on Thursday, if we were here at Anchor Bay, we come out, and if we were at home that week, all the varsity players will come out in white game jerseys, helmets, shoulder pads, and red shorts. And they will be prepared to go through a run-through, not a walk-through, because we're going to run through things, and we'll get done. At De La Salle, the same thing occurred. We got done at 4:30, got off the practice field at 4:45. Kids came in, we gave out stickers from the week before, named players of the week. We congratulated them. At 5 o'clock, we went to team dinner. We ate team dinner as a team. And at 5:40 or so, then we went into, had a chapel session, and we did something, whether it was, we talked about trust, we talked about gratitude. And I led those sessions, and those sessions were also accompanied by our captains that I meet with on every Tuesday, and we go over what a good leader should be, what they should look like, instead of just lead. Go ahead, lead. You should be a better leader. Well, we got to teach them how to be leaders, what we're looking for. So that happens. Coach, myself, and a few other of our assistant coaches. Now, I want you to know this. As I said, there's 2 of us right now on our staff. At De La Salle, when I left, there was 22 of us on the staff. Probably too many. There were some guys who probably didn't really need, but I don't know who they were. So 22 of them on our staff. So some of those guys stayed behind. A few of us coaches had to leave quickly because we wanted to see our lifeline of our program, which is our freshmen and our JV. And we were at as many games as we possibly could be at. So we went there and we watched the games. Now, unbeknownst to us, some of these kids got back into the locker room and there was some inappropriate behavior. And when I say inappropriate behavior, it depends on how you look at it, but it shouldn't have happened. As a head coach, that fell on me. We were never given an opportunity to talk to administration about what happened. They interviewed the kids. They never found anything as of yet. And that's how it ended. So, do we have procedures put into place now at Anchor Bay so that this won't happen again? Yes, we do. We have policies that the kids will adhere to. And it's something that you say, well, you don't have to tell me this. I read it. I want to tell you. So I coached with a gentleman over at Dakota High School where I was there for 18 years. And the guy would say to me, see that guy over there? He hates you. You see that parent over there? He hates you. But look at me. And he would say, I love you. Don't worry about everybody, because they're going to sometimes dislike you. And I'm going to do some things that may not be to everybody's liking. So what we are trying to do, what's best for the program. What's best for the program. Your son may have been the star quarterback for all his life. And all of a sudden, this new guy comes in and he's playing defensive back. He doesn't know what he's doing. Every time the other quarterback throws a pass and it's incomplete, I cheer. If you want to cheer for the other team, go on that side. That's fine. But don't cheer against our kids. That's very important. So, well, if you were to ask me, and everybody's got a question like, what kind of coach is he? What is this guy all about? The number one thing I can say, Bob and I agree, I coach hope. every day. I coach hope. So if you're a third team kid, you'll never know that because you'll be treated the same way. But will you get all that playing? Maybe not. You gotta earn it. We're not a fool. We've won some games in our day too. And we're gonna put the best people on the field, the people that can best help our program, help the team. And sometimes that doesn't always come because, well, he's the best. Is he the best teammate? Nah, not so much. Well, we gotta work on that. What are we gonna do, Cam? Goodbye. You're out. Where's the kid gonna go? Where's he gonna go? Is he done? So he's out because he decided, that's our job, is to help him formulate and make good decisions. Probably the hardest job, but the most gratifying job of all. So we do coach hope, and that's what we continue to do. Now, everybody says, what do you have to do to change the program? If you got some answers, please help me out. That's a good question. That's a great question. I've been going through interviews with all these people, and I ask them, what needs to be changed? The culture. We got to change the culture. That's a big buzzword for what? What is that? What does that mean? That's what I ask. What does that mean? Well, you know what it means. No, I don't. What does it mean? Well, it's the way kids, that's not an answer. You tell me what the change needs to be. You know the difference between Anchor Bay football and Dakota football? Because I'm very familiar with that, is confidence. Confidence. And these kids need to be confident when they go out on the field that they are prepared to be great at what they're doing. And that's part of our job. So as parents, when your son comes home and he says, the coach, and you say, go ahead, son, what? We gotta take care of that as a team. That's my job. There's commitment that they have to make. If you wanna be good, yeah, we wanna be good, but on our terms. 'Cause I like to go out on my boat, like on weekends sometimes. I like to leave early from practice. That's okay. And we are not going to punish your son for doing that. But we're gonna reward the other kid for being there. So your son decides he doesn't want to be there because you have a nice boat, or he wants to miss practice to go to Cedar Point. It's one practice. Come on, son. It's only one practice. You can go, right, Mom? Yeah. Dad? Yeah. You don't play that much anyway, so what the heck? They won't miss you. We will. He's part of a team. This is a team-building experience that we really want them to be part of. It's something that we believe in. We can talk about winning championships. So I understand. I believe I can talk from experience. So I understand how it is to build a program. Because I was the second coach at Dakota when we had to ask people would ask me, Dakota, what, north or south? And we wanted to make sure they knew that it was Macomb, Dakota. Well, you gotta win some games, you gotta do something. And so what we ended up doing was we were always the underdog, like we are here at Anchor Bay. We're the underdog. You're not supposed to beat Dakota. You're not supposed to beat Ford. You're not supposed to beat Pioneer. You're not supposed to win games. Well, guess what? That's got to change. It's a mindset. It's a mindset that you got to expect to win each and every day. You got to expect to get better. I am an open book. I want parents want to come up in the stands and they want to watch our practice. That's great. You want to talk to me? It won't happen because I'm working. Want to talk after? Absolutely, we can talk. But you can watch practice anytime you want. I encourage you. I would love to have you out there. Fill it up. It's exciting when people are out there. The most exciting time is when we're playing for a state championship and we practice on Thanksgiving and everybody comes out with their family. And it's warm out. It's nice when it's warm. When it's cold, not so nice. But when it's warm, they come out and watch. That's great. That's awesome. Those are the things. What are my expectations of this program? I have been noted as not a real patient person. I'm not going to say, oh, in 5 years, I hope we contend. In 5 years, we should be in the red, contending for a title each and every year. That's our goal. How are we going to do that? Well, we got to get kids out. We got to have bodies. You can't win games without bodies. Football's not made for 26 kids that go against 75. What kind of coach do you want to be? Do you want to be a guy that plays everybody both ways? Absolutely not. But we got a kid that I've coached, and he's going to be a Big Ten player. I don't want him standing next to me when the team's driving just because he's an offensive guard. Got to be prepared to play both ways. So those are some of the things that we want to do. And how are we going to do it? Well, if you hear me speak and some people are saying blah, 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 I just blow hard, this stuff is, this is all, every first coach gives the same speech. Not the same speech. I can't do it by myself. It's impossible. I met with 4 women last night and I told them, if we want to get this done, it's got to be done together. And it's not just me and you, it's the entire athletic program here at Anchor Bay. Although we got to have a great program where kids aren't leaving and going elsewhere because the education here is second to none. We're number 2 in test scores in Macomb County. And then De La Salle's not number 1. So that's something to be proud of. So you got kids that have programs that are available to them, and we can pit that with athletics together. You got something that's going to be so special here, because you tell me what you want, I can sell it. I can sell the kids on what we want, but you tell us what you want. And you say, I want to win, coach. Well, who doesn't? Do you want to do what it takes to win? Depends. I'll get back to you on that one. It's a good question. What does it take to win? I'm not talking every 7 or 8 years. I'm talking about consistent winning. Whether it's we win at community service, we win at working with the staff, we win at being the best behaved kids in the school. So you can look at winning a lot of different ways. You could be a great football team, but a terrible group of kids that all they care about is football. That's not going to happen. They got to be part of our school. So that means if you want to play baseball, you can still play football. If you want to play basketball, you can still play football. If you want to run track, you can still play football. You want to wrestle, you can still play football. Lacrosse, you can still play football. Soccer, not so much. Just at the same time. So we want those kickers, we want those guys, but we gotta have those guys. We gotta share kids. We gotta be able to make sure that these kids are playing. I do not want to see a kid the first time he competes, because he was lifting weights all year. First time he competes in anything is our first game. I want to see that guy go tracking down a fly ball in the outfield. And wow, I found numerous kids coaching baseball. I want to see that guy in a basketball court. I got you. Well, you can cover somebody. I want to see that kid when he fouls out. How does he carry himself? We want to see all that stuff. We want to see your demeanor. We want to be able to talk to you. I got a big sign in my office. I don't have it in this one yet, but it'll come. It's coming soon. It says, you don't know me until you know my story. You don't know me until you know my story. I'll interview every one of your sons. He said, well, I'm only a freshman. Come on, let's go. I want to talk to you. Because guess what? In 4 years, hopefully 4, you'll be a senior. And I got to know you because I knew what was important to you back then. And I know that you like playing hockey. Yeah, we're going to be at some hockey games and we're going to watch you. going to care about the kids. That's one thing that we do, is we care about our kids. And everybody can tell you, but we have to prove it. And that's fine. I don't have any issue. What's the culture of the teams that you used to coach? That's a big question. That's a question I would ask. If I want to talk to a coach, what's the culture of your program? Go ask some of my ex-players. Don't ask me. That's the wrong person to ask. Oh, it's great. Everything's perfect. You know, kids are always happy, and it's the greatest thing in the world. And you know, we won 4 state championships, and everybody loved each other. Not so much. You know, we had some issues. Everybody has issues. But ask the kids. Ask the parents. Go ask them. And then you make a decision. Say, hey, I want to jump on board. I like that. Or I'll save myself for something else. And that's your prerogative. But I really think, and in closing, what I'll say, and then I'll ask for any questions. And I told this the other day, and I continue to bring this. Everybody here has an idea of what they want to see. Everybody has an idea of where things should. Hey, I got a suggestion, coach. I got this. You know, listen to me on this. Listen to me. You should have this kid playing there. And I told this story the other day. It was pretty interesting to listen to. There's an old man walking through a village, and he's walking with his donkey, and he's got his son on top. And he walks through the village, and the woman says, "What are you, crazy? Why wouldn't you be riding the donkey? You're an old man, he's a young kid." So he said, "Well, all right." So they switch. Keep walking through the village, and the kid's walking, and the old man's on the donkey. And see an old elderly woman, hopefully that's politically correct, an elderly woman says, "You should be ashamed of yourself. Why would you be up on that donkey when this kid should be up there?" So they switch. So they walk deeper into the village, and they're ready to cross the bridge, and they're going across the bridge, and there's an old wise man, and the old wise man says, "Listen, what's the matter with you guys? It's a donkey. Why aren't both of you on it? It doesn't know." And the guy goes, "Well, you know, we're going to just get on it." So they both get on it. They go across the bridge collapses, donkey drowns, the old man and his kid swim safely to the other side. The moral of the story is this: if you continue to listen to everybody that's telling you what to do, you're going to lose your ass. So for us, I have a select few people that I am going to have confidence in and I'm going to listen to. Right now, I've got Coach Schroeder, Mr. Battle, Mr. LaPerriere, Mr. McDonald, and hopefully those guys can kind of steer me in the right direction. But that's the way we're going to approach it. And if you have questions for me, I would love for you to ask them, because, like I said, I am within reason, an open book. So if anybody's got any questions, I'd be more than happy to answer. Wow, was that good? I thought I said everything. Got a question right here from the guy in the ugly shirt.
It's more directed at Coach Schroeder. Is he prepared to stop the Clem counterplay, which I hear is taking over Macomb County and is on the backswing, coming back in style?
The question was, is he prepared to stop the Clem counter if, and it's supposed to be part of Macomb County's repertoire of plays. My answer to that is, we'll play them anytime, any place. We'll play them on Cass Avenue if we have to, right on Gratiot. So schedule them, please. I'm ready for those guys. That's not a question. Anybody else have a question that, yes, sir?
3rd and 8. What are you going to do?
3rd and 8?
Yep.
3rd and 8. What are you going to do is the question. Okay. Who are we playing? What's the win? Where are we at? Who's my quarterback? Who's the punter? Who's got a receiver? Okay? Questions. You're going to answer a question. 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8? He wants to know, are we going to run the trap? Are we going to run the dive? Or are we going to throw the ball? I don't know. It's hard to say. Because we'll have a game plan and we'll look at it and we'll say, all right, 3rd and 8. Look at, they're playing cover 3. They're dropping their corners 17 yards. We're going to throw the hitch for a 1st down, and we're going to continue to march. Next question. Yes, sir.
When are camps start?
That's a great question. Camps will, we plan on starting on Tuesday with our kids. We plan on starting on Tuesday, and it's did I hear the speaker? Is that going out to everybody?
Yep.
Okay. You want to address that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so just to answer that question, things this year are going to look a little different, especially with summer activities. So summer conditioning calendars will go out. That was sent on to the coaches this afternoon. Football will be participating 3 days a week, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Starting times, it's going to start at 8. They're going to be an hour-and-a-half sessions, then we'll rotate out. Right now, everything's based on the limitation of 100 students on campus. So with that limitation, we're working with our marching band and other participants at the school. So we're just trying to make sure everything's equal, and we're staying within safety requirements. This coming Tuesday. So Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday.
All right, now the questions. That's it. Yes, ma'am.
Is it all teams? Is it JV, freshman, and varsity, or is it everybody?
Well, you see, we have 2 coaches. We have nobody on any teams. Everybody will compete for a varsity position. That's the way we've always done it. And then we start to put them, well, I'm a freshman, I can't play varsity. You need to trust our professional judgment, and if that we feel that he is ready to play, he will play varsity. So now we got to see him compete. We got to see him do some things. I don't know one kid on this team, not one kid. So if you told me, oh, have you seen Jim? No. Do you know? No. Don't know more. No, none of them. I've watched film on a lot of the guys, but names stay the same, but the players hopefully change, and they got a clean slate. That's the nice thing. Well, we had a great freshman team. They were really good. Great. Looking forward to seeing them. And our JV team was, just okay. I'm looking forward that they get better. And the kids that are on the varsity, we don't have many. Let's get more. That's our goal. That's our job. Another question? Somebody? Yes, sir.
Do you see us participating in any 7-on-7s?
Right now, it's illegal to do that because we can't, the stipulations that the state has put on us. But if you were to ask us, this is a normal time. So I'm going to talk about normal situation. Normal situation, we would be 7-on-7, usually on Tuesdays is our main day. You say Tuesdays, why Tuesdays? Well, Tuesdays because most of our baseball players, they don't come back from tournaments until Sunday, and some don't come back until Monday. So Tuesday, they're back with us, and we don't want to schedule something on the weekend. Every once in a while, we get in a tournament on Thursday down in Wayne State, but I don't want to just bring a bunch of kids to throw the football around. I want to bring our kids that are going to play so they can learn our system. So the answer to your question is, I would love to have some 7-on-7s. I would let kids run around a little bit and see them, you know, it's going to be old-time football for some of you guys that remember. You're going to come out in August, and some guys, this is the first time they've come out. And remember, we try to tell them, you know, don't try to get ready, come ready. Well, it's our job to get them ready, but if they're not here, it's hard to get them ready. And we'd love, I know Tuesday, that wasn't on my schedule. I understand that, I get that. I mean, well, no, let's put it this way. I accept that. I don't necessarily understand it because, you know, if your kid's a football player, he knows it's coming up sooner or later. Something's going to happen. They got a coach. He's going to call me, I bet you, maybe, I hope so. And that's the plan. I want to get a list of all the players. I want to call them, text them, send them something so I can get them going. When do these kids come in? That's a good question. I don't know. Do we say all running backs? Who are the running backs? All quarterbacks? Who are the quarterbacks? Now you get a 6'4", 290 kid that says, hey, I want to try quarterback. Why not? You know, I mean, it's probably not going to work out, but you never know. I mean, I saw some of the guys that have been used before. I've watched tape. They didn't always look like quarterbacks, but we're hoping to put the kids in the right position. Yes, sir.
What is your plan for the kids that actually have some college interest, you know, from schools? What is your plan as the head coach to try and assist in the development for them to move forward, or even to hone their skills, you know, better?
Yeah, it's a good question. His question was, as a head coach, what is your plan to help kids that have college aspirations? Well, number one plan is to interview each and every kid. I want to.
Not college aspirations, as in colleges are interested in them to play football for them.
Correct, and I will address the level of interest. There's a lot of interest when you get a letter, because you're on a mailing list, or you are talked to by a grad assistant, or you are contacted by the recruiting person of that, or the head coach called you and said, hey, we want you to come to Ohio State, I'll be right down to see you. That's a level of interest. That's a real level of interest. And I've had all of those. So that's when I talk to the kid and I say, what are your college aspirations? I really never thought about playing football. You might want to think about it because from what I've seen, you're pretty good. You got some talent. We're going to have to hone it in a little bit on where you want to play because you've been moved around so many different times. So maybe we're going to have to look at some spots for you. And some kid would say, well, I only want to play at D1. And they'll say, do you think I can play D1? And I may think he could play D none, but it doesn't much matter what I think. I have never seen you play. So you gotta prove to me, are they behind? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. It doesn't favor their opportunity, but here's the thing about college football. If you are good, they will find you. I don't care where you're playing. You could be at Cardinal Mooney. If you're good, they'll find you. That's their job, and they want to keep their jobs. Don't miss a good player. Do I know a lot of college football coaches? I'm not going to brag and say that we hang out all the time, but if I made a call to somebody, they would know exactly who I was, and I would tell them I recommend this guy to you. Take a look. Give me your honest evaluation. You can't do it. He can't play. And usually you trust some guys. We got guys that are playing at Ohio State, Boston College, Holy Cross, Central Michigan, Michigan State. We've had guys that played all over. Now, did I think all those guys could play at that level? No. I thought some other guys could have played, but I don't give out scholarships. Here's the thing that really sets the tone for those kids. What kind of grades do you have? What have you done in the classroom? And what kind of courses have you taken to prepare yourself? So now we might get this kid and say, hey, you don't have enough English class. You want to go D1, you got to take that extra English class, get your butt down to your counselor, and let's get that taken care of. So if it's really important to them, it's really important to me. If it's really something that they want to do, we will give them every opportunity to get that done. Yes, sir.
Speaking of academics.
Yeah, no, I can hear you. I'm just blocking the sun.
What is your standard for academics as far as playing, practice, and like what you expect out of your players?
Yeah, they want to know what the standard is for what we expect out of our players. Well, number one, we want three things out of our guys. We want them to be great citizens, great people. That's first and foremost. Number two, we want them to be great students. And number three, we want them to be great football players. If they can reach all three of those, we hit a home run. That's great. So the question really is, what do we expect? Do we expect kids, are they going to fail some tests? Yeah, absolutely. If a kid comes to me and says, Coach, I can't come to practice because I have a big project that is due tomorrow. You know what my answer is going to be? You're not going to like this. You just got that project today, and you can't make practice? So what I expect out of them is to prioritize their time, to budget their time so that they're there. They made a decision. I want to play football. I want to go to school and be the best student. I want to be the best brother. I want to be the best son. Now, at times, because of what has occurred, they may not be the best boyfriend. They may not be the best worker at McDonald's. They may not be the best lifeguard or swimmer that goes for leisure. They may not have that time, so they got to prioritize their time. That's what I expect out of them. I expect them to prioritize their time, make it important to them that they do well in school. And sometimes some kids doing well, I'm going to get all A's, Coach, this is my goal, I'm going to get all A's. You've never gotten an A in your life. Never got an A. I mean, I got your transcripts right here. You never got an A. How about getting C's and B's? Let's move it. You can't obtain those goals. They're not smart goals. They're not something you can obtain. Let's be realistic. So once the kid doesn't get an A, he quits. I'm done. I failed that class. I might as well fail this class. Give him a way so that he can be successful. That's my job, to give him a way that he can be successful. So that's what we're working on. And academics are really important. How important are they? Well, at De La Salle, out of the 4 years we were there, we were first team academic all-state. Okay, and that could be a little misleading. You say, well, those guys are really smart. Well, they're not any smarter than our kids. They may have put more time into it at certain times. So something to be proud of for us. We were state champions on the field 2 years in a row, and we were academic state champions, first team, 3 years in a row. So when you say, hey, well, these kids they're not that good at players. We won a state championship. What more do you want from us? We only play who you schedule. Okay. Well, these kids, they're not very smart. They just, every class, I did the best I can. I scored 33 on my ACT. Now, if you could do that, and you get those kids like that, and we can do that, they're here. We just got to cultivate them. We got to motivate them. It's confidence. They have confidence. They got confidence in the classroom to do that. They can have confidence on the field. This is my classroom right here. This is the classroom. This is where we're going to teach. And we expect, them to really hone in, pay attention, get better, and they'll get honest feedback. They get their grades on Friday night. Friday night, everybody gets graded. I get evaluated by 5,000 people. Not effective. We got to be better than that. And I love that challenge. I'm ready for that challenge. And I'm going to challenge our kids to be better. So it's a good question, really good question. Yes?
Where do we get all of our information about when we're starting our practices, when how are you getting a hold of us? Can you get emails for everyone here? Or I know I can send them that Genie, but
Yeah.
out through Facebook.
That's a good question. When are we getting all our information? How is it going to be disseminated amongst everybody? And how are we going to communicate? I think that's pretty much what you're asking. Yeah. Well, we're going to have a football website, which we've always had, but all our calendars will be on there. Everything that you'd ever want to know about Anchor Bay football, and probably way too much more. And I recommend that you read through it and you look at it and you go, oh, geez, they want this, they want this, he's doing that, and that's a lot of stuff. And then you got access to my email, and you have access to my phone number. I have no problem with everybody having my number. But right now, we're behind the 8 ball a little bit, and there's some things we still got to figure out. If I told you I had them all figured out, it'd be first meeting live. I do not have them all figured out.
Real quick, that website, I mean, in the past has never been updated by day or by week.
Yeah, it should be updated by the minute, and we got to get that stuff taken care of, because we want our players of the week up there every while you go. Geez, they got beat by Roseville 10-7. They had no players of the week. Yeah, well, that's no players of the week. I mean, you still made some great plays, and you're going to get honored for that. And we'll have those kids up there, and we'll have a write-up by all the coaches. And Rich coached with me over here, and as a JV coach, he was required, because they have duties, they have jobs, they have descriptions. And part of his description was to do a write-up of the game so that we can have it online. So you go to the website and you can see that. And that's what everybody wants to know. They want to know, when my kid comes running out of the tunnel, is he getting what he deserves? Is he getting what he earned? And that's what we're going to try to do. We're going to try to get them what they deserve. Now, we have the greatest band in America. Welcome to Anchor Bay. Oh, and by the way, a football game will break out in a little while. We want the band to be great. I come from a school just now, they had like 14 people in the band. And I'm going, where's the band? We want a great band. And we want those kids to be part of it. And we want a great cheer team. We want a great dance team. We want those, people. But we also want to have a good product as well. And are we a little selfish? Yeah, maybe. But I think that's what you're here for. It's a little bit of that. Yes?
What does your film study look like?
What does my film study look like? Next. Oh, of the kids? Next question. Not great. We got a lot of work to do. We got some kids that have talent. We have some kids that have ability. We have some kids that look like they want to play, but they don't. I got a funny feeling that the coach from De La Salle is probably giving the same speech tonight over there and going, these kids weren't prepared. I don't know what the heck he was doing. He couldn't coach them, I hope he's not. And I'm not going to knock any of the coaches, but we can do better. We can do better. That's a promise. That's not just a statement. We will do better. We will do better. We may not win every game that we come out to compete, but you'll know, hey, your kid's lined up right. He knows what he's doing. You don't have to agree with the offense or the defensive scheme or what we're doing, but you go, what? I think he's got the kids in the right spots. Your wife's up there going, hey, listen, as long as he's playing, you're going, no, I want him to play this position. And I agree with you, but you got to earn those things. And so film study, it's been it's been enlightening. How's that? That would be the way I would answer that question. And I think sometimes you get what you deserve too. So if you look back at records, you get what you earn, and that's part of it as well. Uh-oh, we got somebody. I can't see way up there.
You and this gentleman are the two coaches.
Yes, sir.
Where does it stand for the other coaches that you're going to add for
Well, you know,
Are you taking care of all the kids right now? You said the camp is going to be everybody. The freshman could be on the varsity if he has the ability. So is that what it's going to? All the kids are going to be together?
yeah, that's a good question. And I think what his question was, Bob and I are right now the only coaches on staff as of right now. Where does that stand? Are we going to add any more coaches? Are we doing this? Are we having a combined coaching staff? The answer is we will be adding coaches. I have been interviewing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We've had 36 guys that have been interviewing for positions. And we've had guys that have they've expressed interest, and I will continue to interview these guys and see who best fits at what spots. Just because they were a coach at the freshman level last year doesn't mean they can't be at the varsity level this year. Or just because they were at the varsity this year, that doesn't mean they can't be at the freshman level this year, if they were at the freshman last year. And we've got guys that have been involved in the middle school program that have expressed some interest. And, you know, I'm asking the best. I'm asking the best to come along with us. And you can't say no if you don't ask. So I'm asking them, I'm interviewing them, I'm talking to them, I'm telling them what I'm being honest with them. I'm telling them this is what we have, this is where we want to be, these are our goals. I sent them all a bunch of questions. Where do you see yourself? What do you think you can do? What else can you do for our program besides coach? Because just being a coach, that's all good stuff. But you got to be more than that. And, you know, we talk about, and I know a lot of you people you've heard, wow, this guy, he wants all this money to coach or teach in the high school. He's looking for big, do I want to get paid? Yeah, I do want to get paid. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't want to work for free because I want to put in some major time. Can this job be done from somebody outside that's not working at the school? Yeah, I'm sure it can be. It can be okay, just okay. If you want, I quote the Hitch movie, I don't want just okay, I want fantastic. And how am I going to get that? You got to be with these kids every single day. I got to greet them in the morning, and I got to say goodbye to them at night, just like a parent. And I've got to make sure that they're doing the right thing, and we're checking, and we've got to have help from our assistant coaches. And that's why we're trying to get the best, where they communicate with these kids and they take a deep interest in what they want. Not because Mike Giannone wants to run spread offense and we're going to wing it up, but we don't have a quarterback and we don't have a receiver. But we're going to do it anyways because that's what I like. So they say, well, what are you going to do? Show me what we got, and I'll tell you what we're going to do. All right? And I will be the first guy to say, whoa, this guy I really like. Why do you like him? Because number one, he works extremely hard. Number two, he is a team player. And number three, he wants to be part. We've got three types of players in our program. We got the one that just wants the jersey. That's all he wants. It's all right. It's all right. No, we hope it's an honor to wear that jersey. We got number two, he's kind of in. Not sure, he's kind of sitting on the fence. I've never really had real luck with football or any team sports. I'm kind of an individual dude. I'm not sure yet. I'm going to feel it out. Number three, we got the all-in. We got the all-in guy. So it's my job. Our job as coaches to get that kid that just wants the jersey, kind of tip a little bit and be, yeah, I kind of like this, man. This is a little bit more than just a jersey. And that kid that's kind of in, we want him to be all in. And that kid that's all in, he's going to get looked at because his teammates made him better each and every day. Those are the kind of guys we want. And that's what we're going to try to sell to our guys. You want to be all in? Well, then you got to get that guy to come with you. You got to bring him along. Well, he plays the same position. Have some confidence. We can use more than one guy that plays that position. Compete in everything you do. I'm going for a job with 50 different guys. Throw it out there. Yes or no? Well, you could lose. That's a possibility. Don't be afraid to lose. Don't be afraid to compete. That's one of the things we're going to ask our kids. So when you come up and you watch our practice, you go out there and you look and you go, man, they're getting after it. He's getting after him pretty good because the kid didn't do what he was supposed to. Or, wow, you're excited about that? That's exciting. That's progress. So when our kids run on the field, because they don't walk once they get inside the lines, they come out of this tunnel, and they may be a Dakota situation. They come out and they got the fog, and we had guys that wanted to be on the fog crew, and I go, I don't know anything about it, but sounds cool. We've got T-shirts, best fog crew in Michigan. I don't think there is another one, but they were, best fog crew in Michigan. And these kids ran out of the tunnel, and they were so excited because they had the names on their back, and they were playing for the pride there, and they were playing for the pride of Anchor Bay on the front of their jerseys. And they had the cheer team going, and they had the dance team, and the band was playing, and our kids ran out on the field, and you're up in the stands, and you're going, that's my boy right there. That's my boy. Not like, my boy plays football. My boy plays on this team, and he's part of this program because I love it. And I love him, and I love everything about it. And I will stand up to any one of you people from wherever you're at, and I will make sure that I bleed red and white.
Yeah.
So we are more than excited, and it's not just talk. So when you see, oh man, this guy's talking a good game, we're going to prove to you, and you don't have to buy into it right now. I don't expect some of you. Some of you are still kind of like, hey, I don't know. They wanted Dakota because they were the largest school in the state. Anybody could win there. They wanted De La Salle because he recruited all the Anchor-based kids. Anybody could do that. Well, what do we got to do? Well, we got to do some things. We got to put out a product. We got to put out some people that you go, not just varsity, but I'm talking at the freshman level, at the JV level. They may not win every game, but they are going to be prepared to win and prepared to play. So that's some of the things that are important to me. And this is not about me, but when you ask me those questions, I'm very passionate about what we can do. One of the other things that I'll say, and it's not bragging if you've done it, so we know what the end product is supposed to look like. We know, because you say, well, what have you done? Okay, we don't want to go through resumes. I don't do that, but that kid, you know what the kid wants to know? I don't care what you did at Dakota. I don't care what you did at De La Salle. What can you do for me? I want to know what you can do for me. You got all these guys to college. What can you do? I can't get anybody to college. You get yourself to college. I can assist you in every way possible. We can take you to schools and we can show you around. We can send out your highlight tape. We can help you with that. But we can't get you in. You do that. And if you really want to play, but I caution every one of you, enjoy your high school experience. Don't look past and say, well, what about next? What about now? I mean, shouldn't this COVID pandemic have made us all feel like we want to live now? So when you think about it, you're thinking about, the future. Live right now. Enjoy this. You're only going to get so much time with your sons. And as much as some of you guys, I didn't have any sons. I had 3 daughters. But now I got son-in-laws and I got grandsons. And enjoy it. Man, they only go through this. You can do everything over. You can do everything. You can buy a house, sell a house. You can take a class, drop a class. You can get married and get married again, but you can't go through high school again. You can't do it again. This is it. Well, I wasted that year. Don't waste it. I wasn't really involved. I had other things going. Get involved. Enjoy it. Be part of it. These will be some of your best friends that you have for a lifetime. We have a group at Dakota and De La Salle that they have stuck together forever because when football was over, their friendship wasn't. They had one common bond, and that was their kids. And they still associate with them. So be a part of it. Be a part of this school. And if it's only the football aspect, that's fine. And we'll get you going in something else. But be a part of it. It's special. It's something you don't get. You just don't get it. And I personally don't get it when people don't get involved. Get involved. Enjoy it. Do something. Have some fun. Let's not just be okay. Let's be fantastic.